Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our new meditation. Let us begin our time together by turning inward. Focus your attention at the sun center or upon the altar in front of you. Turning your head to the left with a double exhalation. Bring the head back to the center to begin to watch the breath. Aum Gam Gam. Aum Gam 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 Gam. Aum Gam Gam Gam. Aum Gam Gam Gam. Aum Gam Ganapateye Namaha. O great spirit, saints, sages of all times, of all places, O ye path makers of old, O ye path makers, past, the present, and the future. Namaste. Most beloved Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and forms. Namaste. Sweep clear our path, divine ones. Sweep clear our path that we might see that which needs to be done. That we might live with ever greater joy and harmony. Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti. 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 Om. Namaste. It was a bright spring morning. The sun arose in the east. Two disciples, same ashram, same guru. First disciple opens the eyes. Om Bhurbhuva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om. And slowly gets out of bed. Second disciple. Today's a day, today's a day, today's a day. I'm going to get the blessing. I know I'm going to get the blessing today, today, today. Yahoo! Gets out of bed. They both get themselves all washed and ready. And they go to the guru's ashram, to the ashram of the guru, right next to where they are. And then they walk. The disciple that wakes up chanting the Gayatri mantra is walking a little slower and lets the second disciple go first. He says, I don't need to be first. He thinks to himself. Let him go first. So in they go. Good morning, Guruji. Today's today. Guru says, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Vima, you have to settle down a little bit. Good morning, Omji. Namaste. The Guru says, please have a seat. Today, 3 days before the full moon, you're going to begin your pilgrimage. Now you must meet me at the top of the mountain in 3 days on the full moon. And if you do, I will give you the boon, the blessing that you have both asked for, that you have both been working for. I don't care how you get there. You can walk, you can drive, you can get somebody to help you. If you get lost, you can ask directions, stop and have food, whatever you want. Be there at the full moon. Is that clear? Thank you, Guruji. Omji replies, yes, it's clear. Thank you, Guruji. See you later. See you there. Vima replies. And off they go. So, Omji starts walking. Omji has her little day pack, if you will. All that's in there is a shawl in case it gets cold going up the mountain, and a little pack of water that she can refresh in the spring. But now Vima is really prepared. Vima has good walking shoes on. Vima has a big backpack with a poncho on it and walking sticks. That's a pretty good idea, walking sticks and a poncho and snack bars in case he gets hungry, and a couple of water bottles, one on each side to balance out in case he gets thirsty and there's not a spring there. It's, 10, 12 pounds on the back. And he has a little suitcase, little roll-along suitcase that he's taken with him because, he's got to be gone 3 nights before he gets to the top of the mountain. So he's smart. He sees a car and he says, well, the car can take me to the hotel, first hotel, second hotel. They can take my suitcase, but I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk because all the disciples who have gotten the blessing before me, they've all walked by themselves. They've all walked alone. No matter what they were carrying, they all walked alone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove that I'm worthy. I'm going to walk alone. Omji starts off chanting Aum Gam Gam Gam. Does a few prayers along the side. Very calmly starts to walk. They both are walking, and for a while they're walking together, and Vima becomes extremely impatient. Can't stand walking with Omji. Too slow, all this chanting. So he takes his 10 pounds and walks along fast. Well, they come to a river. Well, Omji just lifts his dhoti up, or her skirt up, I guess it would be, and she takes off her sandals and crosses the river. But Vima has on shoes, good walking shoes, has to take those off, take them off, put them over the pack, gets across the river, has to wring everything out, and everything's starting to get heavy. Now Omji is walking, and Omji decides, he sees some friends driving by in their car, and he says, Namaste. They stop, and he says, I'm supposed to meet Guruji in a couple days. I'd like to get there early. Could I hitch a ride with you? Oh, sure, there's plenty of room. Hop in the back, hop in the back. And he says, well, wait a minute. Vima's coming too. Let me see if he wants to come. So they wait for Vima. No, 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 no. I am going to do it the right way. It's cheating if you take the car. It's cheating if you get help. It's cheating if you get a ride. Okay, so off they go in the car, and off he trudges along, and his backpack is getting heavier and heavier, and his feet are getting more and more tired. So he stops by the roadside restaurant, has a beer, has an empanada, has some food. A little bit too full to keep walking, so he takes a nap, puts that backpack on. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's heavy. Another car comes by. Can I help you? Would you like a ride? Looks like you're going someplace. No, 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 no. I have to do this the right way. I have to do this the right way. And so it goes. Omji gets a ride, cuts out the distance in half, and starts to walk again. And Vima is trudging along, carrying the backpack that's so heavy. All the water that's so heavy. His feet are so tired, but he doesn't want to give anything up. He could throw out the poncho. No, 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 no. He could let one of the bottles of water go. No, no. He could let some of the food go. There's plenty of roadside stands here. No, 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 no. He could get a ride. He's been offered a ride twice. No, 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 no. And so it goes. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Omji sees some more friends going by. They've got a convertible. They stop and they say, Omji, are you going to see Guruji? He says, yes, hop on, we'll give you a ride. Give you a ride right to the top, so get there in plenty of time. Sounds good to me. I'd like to be there early so I can meditate and be ready. We passed Vima a few hours back, and I don't know, he doesn't look very good. He's pretty tired and sweaty and barely making it. What can you do? Off they go. The third day, the full moon day. And Omji is at the top of the mountain, waiting in the grove for the Guru. Sitting, meditating, chanting. Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam. Guru comes, sees Omji, they sit down together. Guru says, we're going to wait a while. They wait. Sun sets, moon comes up, Venus is in the sky. Moon sets, and the sun begins to rise the next day. And the Guru says, I'm so sorry. Vima is not here. So only you will have received the blessing. For he already gave the blessing to Omji at the height of the full moon. They wait, enjoy a little prasad, enjoy a little time together. The end of the next day, as Omji and the Guru are walking down the mountain, they see Vima hauling his backpack, hauling the water, barely making it with his running sticks, crawling up the mountain, barely putting one foot in front of the other. Oh, Guruji, I hope you will still give me the blessing. I tried so hard. I did this the right way. I came the right way. I walked all by myself. I didn't take any help from anybody. I came the right way. says, I'm so sorry. I sent 3 times, I sent cars to help you. 3 times. 3 times I sent cars so that you could get here with ease. 3 times people came and said, let me carry your pack. Let me give you a ride so you can get there in time. And Vima, you botched, you messed up. The time date is gone. A blessing I cannot give you anymore until the next time that the aspects are here and the time arises. And the guru goes and, Vima is very, very, very disappointed, very sad. And he doesn't understand. Why? Why can't you give it to me? Why? I came by myself. Omji took a ride. He took 2 rides. He did it a lazy person's way. He didn't make the effort to get here. This is the story of your life. And the guru says, your everyday life is your spiritual life. Your everyday life is your spiritual life. You must learn to accept help when it comes. You must learn that timing is everything. Timing is everything. You didn't make it by the full moon for this blessing to have been received. You had to make it by the full moon. But you chose instead to cling to your thoughts, to cling to your ideas, to cling to that heavy backpack, to cling to the water of the emotionality of your mind, to cling to the past, to not trust in life. This is you, this is me. We forget. We think that we can do something at any time. Well, I've got to cling to the way that life was, or the way that I wish that life was, the way that I wish that it would be, even though I can see that no, it is not that way. Even though I can see that there's blisters on my feet, I can hardly put one foot in front of another. My body is so tired. My hands are with the walking poles, like Vima. The road is rough, and help comes. But the pride of the mind says, no, I can do it myself. I don't want to be indebted to you. I don't want to owe you anything. I can do it without you, without my help, without your help. And the answer is, we are part of life. You and I, we are part of life. If help comes to us, we need to say, yes, thank you. I will take it. I will take it. I will take it. I will accept it with joy, with gratitude. I will accept the blessings. I will accept your blessings. And thus we'll have the energy to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done. We make the mistake of thinking that we can do it on our own. This is the time of the year, in India particularly, but all over the world, where people honor Lord Ganesh, the Lord Ganesh. You see an image of the Lord Ganesh on the altar here. Lord Ganesh is the symbol of the remover of obstacles. Lord Ganesh is the dancing, joyful, elephant-headed being. But in yoga, your Lord Ganesh is the principle of expansion, the principle of teaching, the principle of the removing of obstacles. Now, Ganesha is said to be, in Hindu mythology, is said to be the son of Lord Shiva. Shiva is what we would say the patron saint of the yogis. But it is better said that Shiva represents Saturn, the structure of earth, the structure of all being, the manifest reality, that which is manifest, this, right? You know? And that because we say Ganesh is the son of Shiva, from Shiva projects forth Ganesh, the expansion into life. And then from the expansion into life projects the energy that we need to live in life. But the energy of Ganesh is that of helpfulness. Ganesh is called upon, this principle, this energy force, which is very powerful energy force, is attuned to and called upon at the beginning of things. Aum Gam, 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 Aum Gam Ganapateye Namaha. Called at the beginning of things to sweep clear the obstacles, to sweep clear the path. It is a form of life that is enjoyed by children, by old people, by people of any age and any form around the world, attuning to this form of the divine, saying, help me to attune to the joy of life, so that when I am walking this pilgrimage, wanting to get someplace on time, a good car with 4 wheels and a friend driving will come by to help me. So that I don't feel that I'm having to walk alone. You are not alone. You are never alone. But it is true that there are days when it feels as if you are. It feels as if one is alone. It feels sometimes dark, sometimes dismal, sometimes hard. Sometimes like your feet are filled with blisters and your legs are sore and tired and your hands are filled with blisters and you just need a little bit of help. Chant Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam. But that means also it requires some action, some Kriya. And the Kriya is to let go of your frozen ideas, to let go of your frozen heart, to let go of your frozen ideas. And it is key in life. If you hang on to the idea that you must do something a certain way, or it will not be right, like Bhima, I have to walk that path to meet my guru by myself. I can't accept any help. Even though the guru says, yes, you can take help. Yes, yes, yes. Take a ride if it comes by. Get some help from your friends if they want to carry your luggage. Stop and have their good prasad if they feed it to you. He didn't say stop and have a beer by the side of the road so you can't walk. Use the good help. Use wisely the good help. But what stopped Bhima? My beloved, it's the same thing that stops you and me. It's the idea. It's the idea. What idea? The idea that there's a way that I have to do it or I won't be doing it right. Now, in one hand, you have to say, well, who's going to judge if it's right or not? Only you. You're the only one that judges if it's right. And if other people judge if you don't do it the way that they like it, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. That's life. You ask somebody to make a salad. I love this, I'll have guests that, my nieces will come to the house, and I'll, can they help with something? Yes. Would you chop the vegetables? Sure. How do you want me to do it? And I always look at them and say, when you were 7, you could have asked me how you wanted me to do it. But really, how do you do it for yourself? How do you do it at home? I don't care. Chop the vegetables, cook the rice. My preference doesn't matter. The way that I do it is not the way you have to do it. Do it the way that's right for you. Do it the way that's best for you. And this is what you have to gain confidence in. You must gain confidence in the fact that your everyday life is your spiritual life. It is the ground for your sadhana. It's the ground for your spiritual discipline. If you want an opportunity to gain self-discipline, look at your everyday life. Look at your mind. Look at the mind of your everyday life. You want to gain self-discipline? Watch when the anger arises in the mind. Watch when the jealousy arises in the mind. Watch when the criticism of others arise in the mind. Don't be like Bhima. I know Bhima's walking along, muttering, criticizing Omji because Aum took a ride. But who got there? Aum was willing to say, hey, this is great. Somebody's offering to give me a ride. I'm going to accept their help. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to have my life a little easier, a little more joy-filled. To get where I want to go and be there at the right time, in the right way, with plenty of time to rest, to meditate. So I'm not rushing in at the last minute. Hey, it's a problem that we have in our culture. If you're going to go someplace, be there in plenty of time that you can stop and be quiet so that your presence becomes a blessing to those whose you are encountering, to those who you are with. Let your presence become a blessing. You're running and ranting and raving, you're coming in, all sweaty because of all the effort that you made. It's not a blessing. You may feel good about it, but it's not a blessing to others. Get yourself face clean, washed off, settle down. Hi. It's nice to be with you. It's nice to see you. Allow yourself time. Slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop your scrolling. Stop your posting. Stop your using of your thumbs. Slow down. Walk. Walk peacefully. Sit, breathe, watch your breath. Breathe Kriya. Read inspiring texts. Chant mantra. Do something that will help you to become aware of the thoughts that are rising and falling in the mind. And that will pay attention, that will allow you to pay attention to what is driving your life. And so this morning, I want to take a bit of a turn here. Your everyday life is your spiritual life. You need to be able to let go of all of the things you're carrying in your backpack. And Vima had 2 bottles of water in his backpack, big bottles of water. That's the emotionality of your mind. That's the emotionality of the mind. He didn't want to let go of that. We have to say to ourselves, can I let go of these opinions? Can I let go of my preferences? Can I let go of my hardened opinions? Some of you have opinions. Sometimes your opinions are so strong. You believe you're this. But even worse, you have formed opinions of other people, of other beings in life. And you see one tiny infinitesimal thing, one tiny thing. And you say, that's a bad guy. Oh, that's an epidore. Oh, I love that person. They're all here. Souls incarnated in human bodies. We're all here, living the experience of a human. Let go of your opinions. Now, sometimes this means truly being able to forgive another soul. But we have a beautiful, beautiful ritual in Kriya Yoga that we're going to do together today. And this is a way to allow yourself to wash free, to let go of the opinions of your mind, to wash clear all of the fixed ideas, all of the fixity, all of the negativity, all of those obstacles that are self-created that prevent you and I from doing that which is going to bring joy in our lives. You see, the obstacles in our life, most of the time, they're right here. Well, they're not really right here in the center. They're over here or over here. It's this way or this way or this way. What do they think? What did I do before? What's so-and-so going to do? We need to have a way to let go of those things. And so there is a practice that you can do every day. Now, in the immediate time, when you're walking down the street and you become aware that your mind is frozen, use the great mantra, one of the greatest of the yogic practices, the neti, neti, neti. If only Vima, walking down the path, had remembered neti, neti, neti. When the car pulled up and said, would you like help? Would you like a ride? And Vima's mind said, oh no, I can't do that. That's not the right thing to do. Even though the guru had said, it's fine. No, I have to be holy. That's a dangerous thought. I have to be holy. Neti, neti, neti. I'm not this thought. I'm not the thought thinking this thought. I'm not thought. Now, don't add the English, just neti, neti, neti. It's like taking demagnetizing the thought. So it's no longer attached to you. It's no longer attached to your consciousness. That thought that, no, I can't accept the help. Use that. Sit and practice it. As thoughts arise in your mind, neti, neti, neti. Don't judge them, just neti, neti, neti. And then in time, take that, and as you're aware of the thoughts that are rising in your mind, as you're walking down the path of your life, the thoughts that are constrictive, the thoughts that are harmful, the thoughts that are judgmental, neti, 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 neti. Many decades ago, I was on a business trip in Pennsylvania, and we had left the airport. One of my colleagues was driving, and we had gotten in on a late flight, and he got lost. We're driving around these hills, and we shouldn't have had hills going to a hotel. It shouldn't have been, but we were. And he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. And I finally said, look, I'm tired. We've been driving around for half an hour. I'll tell you what, the next gas station we come to, if you stop, I'll go in and ask. I'll ask for directions. Okay. Okay. You want to ask? That's fine. You can ask. I said, I'll ask and I'll write it down. How about that? And I did. And later on, he said, if you hadn't gone in and asked, we would have driven around because I couldn't ask for help. I said, oh, I know. I mean, I could see that for him, he had been there before and he couldn't ask for help. But that's you and me. I could ask for help that time, but how often have I been in need that I've been too proud to ask for help? Do not let it happen to you. And so the practice that we will do, the meditation we will do this morning together, is a sacred meditation that has been given to us through this lineage. Came from Sri Shali Ji to Goswami Pranananda Ji, and then I'm sharing it with you today. And it is a practice that if you do daily, it's part of your practice. If you do regularly, if you do daily, if you do regularly, it will wash away your hardened opinions. It will wash away your hardened heart. It will wash away your ideas that are locked within your soul. And it will free you to find greater equanimity, greater peace, greater happiness. You and you alone can free yourself from the confinement of the past. You and you alone have the capacity to free yourself from the horrors of your mind, from the thoughts that you become attached to. I'm telling you true, no matter what the thought is, it's just a thought. No matter how good, no matter how horrible, it's just a thought. And if that thought keeps rising in your mind again and again and again, you're giving it preference. It's no different than going to the grocery store and saying, oh, I'd really rather have green grapes. I don't want apples. I want green grapes, green grapes, green grapes, green grapes. No apples. You don't even see the apples after a while. That's all you're doing. You're saying, well, I don't want the thought of happiness. I want this thought, because this thought is the one that I've given priority to. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I was talking to Kriyananda one time and complaining about something. And I said, well, I'm really upset about this. And he just kind of nodded like, yeah, I can see that. And I said, I know you're really, what arrogance. I said, I know you're trying to let go of this. I'm trying to. And he looked at me and he said, Swamiji, I let go of that months ago. You're the one who hasn't let go. You don't try to let go. You step back from the thorn bush. You let go of the thought. That's all you gotta do. Step back from the thorn bush and let go of the thought. and don't try to possess it anymore. And so with that, let us go into meditation. If you will, I would ask that you focus your attention either at your sun center or upon the altar, whichever you are most comfortable with. Turn your head to the left with a double exhalation. Bring the head back to the center. Begin to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath to draw the energy from the limbs of the body to the trunk of the body, sipping as if through a straw. The trunk of the body, pull the energy into the spinal column, again with a sipping breath. And now from the base of the spine, pull the energy up to the sun center. Move this energy as a golden ball of light out in front of you. Sweep to the left, behind you, to the right, encasing your entire being in a golden light. And now ascend upward. Ascend above the room you are in, above the continent. As high as you are able, ascend to the high place. Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam, Aum Gam. Find a meditation place. In your mind's eye, see yourself at the beginning of a path. As you step upon the path, stop for a moment. In your own words, say to yourself, I will accept the help that life brings me. At this moment, walk along the path. You see that although it ascends upward, the path is built of round rocks, a little hard to walk on. No problem. It feels as if you are floating above the path. You realize you are. You're walking above the ground. You ascend upward, and the path is going through a forest, and you're still walking. You're walking above the ground. No effort, no strain. Higher you go upon the mountain, you come to a meadow. The path is cleared wide for you. Again, you are still walking above the ground with ease, ascending upward. And higher you go, higher you ascend up the mountain, higher and higher. Till you are more than halfway up the top, still walking above the ground. You come to a grove with a sacred shrine in the grove, and you feel the presence of the divine. You feel the presence of all of your helpers. You feel the presence of your Ishtadevata. Walking above the ground, you walk into the shrine, towards the light in the back. You feel filled with peace. You see a pool of light fed by a waterfall. Crystalline clear light. And as you walk above the water of light, for the first time, your feet touch the light, and the light fills your body. You walk to stand underneath the waterfall of light. The shrine is filled with the divine in all of its forms, filled with all of the helpers that you need at this moment. As the healing light pours down upon you, feel it pouring down upon your crown center. Arihit. Om. Namaste Ganapateye. Tvameva pratyakshantat tvamasi. Tvameva kevalam kartasi. Tvameva kevalam dhartasi. Tvameva kevalam haratasi. Tvameva sarvan kalvidam brahmasi. Tum sat shadat vasanityam. Rutam vachami, Sacham vachami, Avadvamam, Avavoktaram, Avashotaram, Avadataram, Avadahataram, Avanuchanam Avashisham, Avapashtat, Avapuristat, Avadokshanatat, Avachorwatat, Avodratat, Sarvatomam Pahi Pahi Samanta. Tum Vinmayas, Tum Chinmayahat, Tum Anandamayas, Tum Brahmamayahat, Tum Satchidananda, Dviti Osi, Tum Pratyakshan Brahmasi, Tum Annamayosi, Annamayosi. Sarvan Jagadidan Twato Jayate, Sarvan Jagadidan Twatas Tishtati, Sarvan Jagadidan Twila Meshati, Tum Bhumira Ponalo Nilo Namaha, Tum Chatwari Bhakpadani, Tum Guna Triati, Tahatum Dea Triati, Tahatum Kala Triati, Tahatum Mular Harstityan Yosi Nityam, Tum Brahma, Tum Vishnu, Tum Rudra, Indrastum, Agnistum, Vayustum, Suryastum, Chandramastum, Brahma, Bhurbupa, Spharo. Ganadin Purvamucharya, Vanadin Tananataram, Anaswaras Parkaraha, Adhendula Sichatarina Rutam Etatava Maraswar Rupam Gakaro Purva Rupam Akaro Mariam Rupam Maraswar Chancha Rupam Binduratara Rupam Nara Saranam Sagihita Sandihi Saisha Ganesha Vidya Ganaka Richihi Nitrud Gayatri Shandaha Ganapatir Devata Aum Gam Ganapateye Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Arahit Om. Feel the golden light pouring down upon your crown center as the mantra is dissolving away all of the difficult karmas, all of the fixed thoughts and ideas, healing, cleansing, vivifying every cell of your being. When you are ready, walk from the waterfall. Feel yourself walking above the pool of light. Feel your clothing fresh and new, your body vivified and healed. Know that you can return here again and again. As you leave, you may feel that there's some things that you're clinging to. Feel free to stay if you wish. But know always this sacred spot is here for you. The sacred healing blessing, the blessing of life is here for you. Open thy arms, accept the blessing. Open your arms and accept the blessing of life, of love, of bliss. Yes, life can have difficult, rocky experiences. Thou art good. From goodness, only goodness can come. Be thou blessed. Be thou blessed. Be thou triply blessed. Become an ever greater blessing to all of those who enter your aura. Leaving the shrine as your own accord. Walking above the ground. Bowing and thanking and acknowledging all the powers that be. As you are ready, as you wish, return to your own abode, to the beginning of the path. Know at this moment that you are not alone. You are never alone. The blessings of life are with you. The powers that be are with you. You are a part of life, not apart from life. Feel that joy turn inward, ascend upward. Become filled with Ananda, 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 Ananda. Namaste. Thank you for the blessings of your presence, for your yoga city, for all that you have done to make this a sacred, special time for us today. Your meditative energies make all of the difference. Carry those through and with you through the week. Shanti.